Hello out there world, hello Mongoose conservation friends and all our channel members. Thank you so much for all your support, everybody. Remember, you can now join the main channel as a exclusive member and be acknowledged on the channel. This is Mongoose Magic Moments here in the Meerkat Magic Valley Reserve of the Meerkat Magic Conservation Project. And it's a fairly overcast day here on Saturday, the 15th of March 2025, just before sunset. You can see those clouds scudding across the valley, teasing us with the promise of rainfall, which should start to arrive as we get cooler months ahead into winter. And here we have Squeaky Skoyatalo. This is an update video. And that was a brief urine mark over there by Squeaky Skoyatalo. And of course, those who have seen Mongoose Bites My Shoe will know this is also a hands-off research project, and I am just an object, and I have to be careful because Squeaky doesn't really know that I have pain sensations as well. And the other day when they bit my shoe, that was just them trying to find out what I am. And I don't want them to find out that I am not edible by trying to bite my finger. So let's just see who else is around at the burrow at the moment. She's being super alert. Before sunset, visibility is also poor, and there are many predators around at the moment because there's a rodent explosion with all the seeds that we have in the area at the moment as well. This is the dominant female, Cucciolina. Remember, you can adopt a mongoose here. You can adopt all of the mongooses. It's such a funny name, that, mongooses. I've been asked for decades, why is it not mongoose? One mongoose, two mongoose. No, it's just because that's the way it is. The group has been feasting on termites again today. And ant pupa are abundant at the moment as the ants scurry around trying to survive this prolonged drought we've had in the area. Since November, there hasn't been more than 3 millimeters of rain in the Meerkat Magic Valley Reserve, although last week we had a lovely thunder shower, which brought 2 millimeters of that rainfall. And neighboring properties were fortunate enough to get 15 and 17 millimeters of rainfall just a few kilometers away. That's how sporadic rainfall can be in these semi-desert ecosystems. The dominant female has been investigating the burrows very, very carefully to make sure that there are no predators waiting for them inside, like the puff adders and cobras. That's Betis irritans and Najanivia species, respectively. The puff adder is an ambush predator. There was a very lovely bit of non-reciprocal allo grooming initiated by the dominant female to Squeaky. Let's have a look around just to see what's going on at the moment. You can see in the area there are only a few clouds and the wind has dropped. I was out on the mountain bike earlier, Stone Dojo gym, cycling adventures. It was a beautiful day for a bicycle ride. I did 2 9 and a bit kilometer rides respectively and just did one little bit of filming for one of them. It was very good. I'm feeling very pleased with the bicycle route at the moment that I took. It was lovely, lots of hill training. But getting back to the mongooses, I'm just enjoying all the sensations in the area. This lovely warm temperature still of at least 32 degrees centigrade. It's wonderful. But we are getting to the point now where sunset is creeping closer and closer and earlier into the day. So before 7 o'clock now, it's already starting to get dark. But as I've mentioned to those long-time viewers and supporters of the channel, you will know that with their beautiful horizontally slitted pupils, the yellow mongoose species, Cynictis penicillata, has no difficulty whatsoever seeing in very poor light conditions. As Squeaky is just busy exploring, I'm always amazed at what are they actually finding in these bits of sand. Look at this. I don't see anything there. And yet every now and again they will stop. There must be microbes or something that they're finding. I'm fascinated to know more about what it is that they're eating, because I'm sure they must be eating a lot of sand as well as whatever they're getting. Of course, many of the items that they do eat are easily identifiable. Juicy coleoptera larvae, tenebrionid beetles such as the tok-toki, which are abundant at the moment as well. But really, I think these are just ant pupa at the moment. Tsebokolodi. Again, I always announce my presence so that there's no surprise at all about where I am. This object, this noisy object that everybody has become accustomed to over many, many years. Again, I've been following this particular family group since 2008. Though there have been many generations since then. And Squeaky, for those who haven't seen the other films about them, is of course the youngest of the generation. Oof, they've done well today. Look at that rotund stomach. They are still getting fed by the mother and father, even since October last year when they were born. There's an incredible amount of care and attention given to the babies, in my experience watching yellow mongooses. You can see that beautiful white tip to the tail, looking at the anatomy here. So clear in the vegetation here when they're running and it puffs up. Ooh, that was a warning growl. A very clear warning growl. You are fortunate to hear that. Yellow mongooses are not very vocal. And there's another warning growl. These are my little sand snacks, not yours. But Squeaky will not even hesitate for a moment to take food directly from the mother here, who's incredibly tolerant of this insolence, to use a bit of anthropomorphism there. I do enjoy thinking about how these younger generations with meerkats as well can basically go up and demand food, and if they don't get it, they will even latch onto ears and noses and just bite indiscriminately until the food is dropped for them, that they are so ruthlessly demanding. Again, anthropomorphism is being used deliberately here. Look at that scent mark, and lovely little urine scent mark onto the vegetation here, which is a succulent. We've got lots of mesems, Mesembryanthemaceae. It's quite a mouthful, that. This is, of course, the succulent karoo ecosystem where I am currently sitting. And around it, we have the subtropical thicket, and then the machia, which is the less commonly used name for fynbos, F-Y-N-B-O-S. Fine bush. Fine bush meaning very fine plants, tiny leaves, incredible, in this whole Cape floristic region, the Western Cape of South Africa, up onto Table Mountain. Leucospermums, the pincushions, proteas, ericas, etc. And then subtropical thicket, we've got very thick succulent vegetation such as Portulacaria afra, known as the speckboom, the pork bush, as some people call it. There are so many common names, that's why I prefer using the scientific name, so there is no confusion with which species is being discussed. All right, Dominant female just investigating that particular burrow and being very vigilant, of course. And Squeaky is ever hungry, looking for food. And there's a scent mark. Look at that, very brief. That was a rub mark with the face against this little object, and then a sniff straight afterwards. And then a brief investigation of me, and then back to the dominant female. Perhaps there'll be another morsel of food given to Squeaky by her. But nothing. Dominant female simply accepted the greet and then went below ground. But as you'll no doubt see in a moment, as we look at this wildlife hotel with its many different entrances and exits extending beyond this beautiful thorn tree over here, which did not even exist in the area when I started following this group in 2008. There was nothing there. So this tree has grown over a long period of time, and it's a beautiful shady tree with many tangled root systems and labyrinthine burrows in between the roots. All right, and there we have an interesting little musical burrows, to be a bit silly there, because we had the dominant female going there, and now you can see how these are interconnected. I know where the different entrances and exits leads. Over here, these leads are all over the place. One there, one there, one there. They lead everywhere to the untrained eye. But in fact, they know where they are going because of the scent trails that they are following beneath the ground. But other predators who visit the area do not. And that's why Meerkats and the yellow mongoose that I've studied in particular have many different entrances to even escape tunnels, because if they go into a hole and can't get out anywhere else and a predator goes in after them, that would be a terrible career move, to put it euphemistically. All right, another little scent mark briefly there. I'm going to keep this video shorter today, just a little update. I don't see the dominant male for those who saw the last long play video, as I put them up for members only first at the moment, and then they're released to the public. You may not have seen that yet. You can join and support the channel. You're much appreciated. But if you have seen it, you will know that the dominant male, spoiler alert, was not seen, and we waited a long time before sunset, and I still have not seen him. I've given this a lot of thought. I don't think it is a predation, because it is the breeding season, and males go wandering off in search of other females. Yes, these are small family units usually, but the males still go in search of other females. So that means, the way I see it, the dominant female could in fact be pregnant right now. And if that is the case, the gestation is very similar to that of the meerkats, 10.5 to 11 weeks. So roughly 2.5 months, 2.5, 3 months. It does vary depending on food availability and fetal growth. So let's see, March, April, May, June, July, we may see signs of suckle marks. Make a note on your calendar, because I will be bringing updates. And you don't want to miss any of those. Remember to ring that sub and like button and the bell notification if you want to keep up to date with the next long stream update. And there are many different shorts I will be uploading over time. Short play videos are just little snippets of behavior. Until next time, friends, all the best.